First, the top headlines. 3 houses torched by miscreants at Moreh. Supporting crime against women, Thangmaiban Assembly Constituency MLA KH Joy Kishan joined sit-in protest. PM Modi fully endorsing carnage in Manipur Saket Gokhale. And curfew has been relaxed till 4 p.m. for Imphal West, East and Bishnupur districts. Good evening, you're watching the primetime ELITETV English News with me, Jianthuiliu Kahmei. Now straight up to top stories. 3 houses belonging to the Meitei community were burned down by unidentified miscreants last night at Moreh Ward number 5 and 7. Several women wearing black outfits were seen protesting in front of Moreh police station regarding the recent viral video. Let's listen to the conversation between our reporter Rishikesh and editor Jit Ningomba.
जिससे अखोई मोरे द मई चेना पाउ ताई सिगी पाउ जी करी करी
सिगे स्मरो इन अखोई हरा ही नोंगाइदा अखोई वार्ड नंबर 5 त लेबा हम को जुम म मई सी कोई कुकिंग तन सिगे सिना मई था दो में दुगा अमरना ngasi ayu ong nipan open taw वार्ड नंबर 7 द लेबा अखोई सिलेबम इबोम सा अमदि सिलेबम बोहनी को बा जुम से मई थारम मनी दो ngarang ki अखोई वार्ड नंबर 5 त थारम हंजाव युम सिलेदा अखोई हाई बा युम सी Kruina koi pangal, ite pangal sinau singa taina na leba maram no orakanda mayam sangdana adumadi kan mangam kre yam kre di chai adu yam ka hana to hawde adu sigi su koi panama 7 gi silebam bom chaam silebam ibhondi pachimnau gi yumni nasi pung nipan makai mapan ta ko da sakang da kulai bai ba singa na laga haramani haji aduna more da tamna santi ubagi film sin leitri mai thab gi thabak yum chathari aduga amaram da khoi akhoi hawji si mafum sida koi leriba police station ni mamang sida koi timu chelaga mafum si leriba kuki nutising ana koi dharna tawri maruina ngarang koi social media da viral ogiba adumba naked parade togiba adu yaning da phongdoktana mara lebising dan DPU haidana koi maruina SP da aduga tai concern DC sing da koi memorandum mission nebagi namukta sem tharaga leri
अतुगा मई थाबदु दा अखोई मिचम याम दा सोकपगी पाउदी लेतब्रा माइ तवे
मरोइना ऋषिकेश हाजी हाई मफम असिदे कोई अयाम मना कोई मिटी सिंजम त लेतरे मोरे सी अदुना अतोपा कोई मुस्लिम कोई मिटी पंग हाई तारे चिनाउ सिंग लेबा अदुना अयाम मन मणिपुर कोई मोरे टाउन सिददी मैते अमत लेतेना लोबो यारे मुना हाई बसिदा कोई आइजब का हंजन जगे ngana वार्ड नंबर 5 तनी ngasi वार्ड नंबर 7 दनी वार्ड नंबर 5 के हंजावनी जुमनाकी तसाब खमंग amdre aduga वार्ड नंबर 7 के सना सिलेबम इबोम चामदी सिलेबम इबोहनबी हाइबसिनी अदुगा हारिबसिंग सी अखोइ मरक्त लेरिबा अखोइगी ट्रैफिक फोर्स अदुगा पुलिस मैम तोगा अदु कनमंग मगरे अदुगा हौजी सी अखोइ याम कन्ना धरना पांथोली अखोइगी कुकी निबिसिंगी मैम नंगरांगी अखोइ नेकेड प्रोटेस्ट तोहनगिबा अदुगी मोलेस्ट तोबा अदु होयानिंग फोंदुकना कन्ना चसरी रिसिकेस
थागतरी दी अखोइ मखा ताबा अपडेट दम लौजरके अदुगा सेक्शन लेबियो सर
Thank you.
The recently circulated viral videos which opened the eyes of many to the ongoing violence in Manipur across India made Mahesh Thanojom question the credibility of Prime Minister Modi, who had been looking away from the matters of Manipur for a long 78 days of endless violence. The recently viral videos of 2 women being pulled along by men in Manipur along the fields is highly condemned, said Mahesh in a press briefing at Delhi. He further said that the culprits associated with the video should be put on strict judicial trials and will be punished accordingly. He also stated that the silence of Prime Minister Modi on the matters of Manipur for over 78 days is highly devastating to the hearts of the people in Manipur. Due to the ongoing violence in Manipur since the 3rd May, over 140 people have lost their lives and over 60,000 people have been displaced in the violence between the Kuki and Meitei communities. During this time, over 6,000 cases of FIR has been registered, out of which includes horrific dismemberment of body parts and mutilations, including burn victims who died in heartless burning of houses. Disregarding these matters, the PM speaking up only for a few seconds for the viral video has disappointed the people of Manipur, he added.
जो चोरचामपुर में सब मैते के घर को जला दिए गए थे, उसके बाद तोरबुन बंगला में एक घर को जला दिया गया। वहां पे एक बच्चा 1 साल भी नहीं हुआ है, उसको जिंदा जला दिया गया। उसके बाद शेरो एक नाम का जगह है, वहां पे एक बुरी मां को जिंदा जला दिया गया। कल के स्टोरी से अलग स्टोरी में चल रहा है, मीडिया में हो, लीडर्स लोग भी हो, चिल्ला के बोल रहे हैं, मतलब मणिपुर को बचाइए बोल रहा है वो वीडियो देखने के बाद। पर 77 डेज वो लोग कहां थे? Where were they? Even I'm saying, including I'm saying to Prime Minister also, where was he? Because एक वीडियो पे उसने बोला कि 140 करोड़ के जनजाति में मतलब लोग शर्म हो रहे हैं। मैं भी एनडीए अलायंस का पार्टी हूं, फिर भी मैं पूछ रहा हूं, where was he? इतना दर्दनाक सिचुएशन हो रहे थे, लोग मर रहे थे, फायरिंग हो रहे थे, म्यांमार से टेररिस्ट आके, मिलिटेंट्स ग्रुप आके नॉर्मल सिविलियंस को मार रहे थे। इस पे कौन सफर किया? ये दो समुदाय की बात नहीं है, ये मैतेई सिविलियंस भी सफर कर रहे हैं, कुकी सिविलियंस भी सफर कर रहे हैं। पर क्या है ये, बट द होल नेशन, अब जो बोल रहे हैं, डिमांड बोल रहे हैं, द होल नेशन हैज टू फाइंड आउट द रियल कॉज। कहां से ये शुरू हुआ, कैसे ये वायलेंस शुरू हुआ, कहां से ये दर्दनाक सीन रोज देखने को मिल रहा है। ये आप एक वीडियो के वजह से आप लोग इतना दर्द महसूस हो रहे हैं। आई वांट टू आस्क टू एवरी सिटीजन ऑफ इंडिया कि आप ये वीडियो के वजह से इतना दर्द महसूस हो रहे हैं, तो आई वांट टू आस्क टू एवरी पीपल ऑफ इंडिया कि जो 78 देश में हर मणिपुरी वासी को कितना दर्द हुआ होगा। सेक्शन 144 चलाने के बाद भी 3rd May में इतना लोग सोफिस्टिकेटेड वेपन के साथ कैसे हमला हुआ, कैसे इतना घर जला, जो मैतेई का घर इतना जला दिया गया चोरचामपुर में, देख लीजिए। उसके बाद रिटालिएशन में 4th May में हुआ, वो भी घर जला दिया गया। तो 3rd May में 4th May में हुआ, ये जो वीडियो कल वायरल हुआ वो 4th May का वीडियो है। तो मतलब अभी देख लीजिए, ये सिर्फ एक एविडेंस है, इससे भी ज्यादा मतलब जैसे आप देख लीजिए इसका एविडेंस तो ये तो भी प्रूफ, बट बहुत सारा मैतेई का लड़की भी चोरचामपुर में मैतेई का लड़की भी रेप हुआ है। प्राइम मिनिस्टर ऑफ इंडिया 77 डेज हो गए हैं, he has maintained the silence, and now in the front of the parliament he just gave the 30 seconds regarding the Manipur, that also only regarding that video, not for all the violence was happening from the last 78 days. He was not saying the single word and he was saying only regarding that video. इससे भी दर्दनाक बहुत सीन हो गया है, मणिपुर में हो चुका है, तो इसके बारे में ना बोल के सिर्फ उसके बारे में बोलना तो ये बहुत नाइंसाफी होगा।
The Ziliangrong United Front ZUF conveys condolence to the beloved family of the deceased Mr. Obed Kahmei. The press release of ZUF stated that they are so aggrieved at the loss of their beloved and faithful comrade and hero who was slain cold-blooded on this day, the 20th July. They are also compelled to take it as a challenge with greater courage and zeal to deliver natural justice whichever way. In continuation of ZUF press release, may his soul now rest in peace with the hope that his contribution, service and sacrifice rendered for the cause of the people shall be greatly rewarded, recorded and well remembered in the history of their people. He has finished his task and rested in peace to resurrect it at the call of God, the press release added. Also in the news, under India's G20 presidency, Prime Minister Narendra Modi will address the meeting of Labour and Employment Ministers through video message today, July 21st. The draft prepared by the Employment Working Group will also be presented in this meeting, which is going on in Indore, Madhya Pradesh. Ministers of many member countries will also present their views after the Prime Minister's video address at the meeting of Labour and Employment Ministers of G20 countries. A total of 165 representatives, including 24 ministers from G20, and invited countries will attend the minister-level meeting today. Union Labour and Employment Minister Bhupendra Yadav will preside over the meeting. The meeting will begin with a yoga session. Addressing the representatives of partner organizations like Labour 20, Business 20 and IOE along with the G20 delegates yesterday, Shri Yadav said that the Indian presidency has strived to strengthen the legacy of the G20 Employment Working Group. On the other hand, the two-day meeting of the Employment Working Group also concluded yesterday. In the meeting, it was agreed to take joint steps to bridge the skill gap globally sustainable, funding for social security and the dignity and welfare of workers. Organized by Thangmaiban Kendra Development Organization, Tagdo, against the killing of Lucy Maring and the acts of violence against women, a mass sit-in protest was commenced at Thangmaiban Maisnam Lekai, Ima Panthoibi Shanglen. Supporting the movement, MLA Khumokcham Joy Kishan of Thangmaiban Assembly constituency also participated in the protest. Many slogans including enforce ground rules, protect the dignity of women, flush away the narco-terrorists and end the monopoly of drugs were seen. Regarding the situation, he stated that in the name of ending narco-terrorism, they should not hurt the sentiments and dignity of women. Innocent lives should not be led astray due to violence and inhumane activities. Let there be peace and quiet in the state once again. There has been countless acts of violence perpetrated in the state since the 3rd May, and most of the innocent families did not deserve any of it. Our first priority should always be protecting human rights, especially for the women in these times of violence. The culprits involved in the recently noticed events to the tribal women must face the exact law and judicial trials for committing such heinous acts.
Mayamo thulakpada asoiba amane dum yawba si tangai fadabani adu asoiba singdo madu mangan ba masu rakale aduna mado koina miyam punna Manipur miyam punna mangna prithivi miyam na kandem tor koi miyam punna madugi cherak pina ba koi dum miyam mathang kala hainari akoi ai samak su hairi miyam su dum haibiu masimadi yagumsi aduga akoi gi khwairi tangare bse tonga da rumor Tapi dana bahai dana ai masim tang thamjage koi Thangmaiban gi oina so ai koi Thangmaiban gi local club sing aduga koi police ki SP ki makare de SP ki loiraga koi committee am se maga whatever any rumor thor ko se masi aseng bra seng da bra se khoda khoda tong bai committee ma athu bada ai semagani adu gar pause haibe committee ki verify tawdana misi tawdana baina koi tanja se emotion ina fake news am lang mutan mem summobai dum ningna dana khoigi unnecessary crisis yam to adagi ko na hangnaru suek achumbo iram daba arno masi mem se koi ate te jaga akse local kani thajai do ai gi Thangmaiban yone da thu matam dai club singi su to singba sing invite oraga khoigi home department policing su SP gi man deputy officer ma yauraga committee ma ima maira pa bi ne sum yawlaga Maduda verify to paudo aduna tana tai di fake ne khan biu rumor da chatpi ganu abese ma ai thamjage
akhoi gi Manipur maitra bak sida leijari ba akhoi gi leibak se akhoi gi ipa ipu singna mai hauron da gi hauna akhoi gi damak ta thawai khuba hapaga thawai punsi kandi kano tawraga akhoi gi damak ta thambiram ba leibak se sida handak mamangi Mamang thagi megi tang ahum dagi makhoina kuki lal hauba singsina landara aga akhoi gi leibak se sida yumdang bana kaina ba aduga yum mapu lau mapu yong na tan bagi type ta akhoi bu tan thok piraga yum mai thabi raga lut ba tawraga akhoi gi lam sida makhoina separate administration tan ba habado akhoi su ya yat bangamoi akhoi ya janingde aduga akhoi gi sai sida akhoina Makoina ahing dalanda dana akhoi lam matai thangba laiba akhoi gi sing khong jing ya da leiriba lam sing si dama khoina yum mai tha dana mi gi tan thok pi re mi punamak khoi gi kano relief camp ta loina leiraga mayam se mayum makai da leiba phanghan da dana leiriba gi lan tawringai marak sida ngasi ngarang kuidri bada akhoina tahai daba uhai daba khoi gi masel marak sida nungai ta pau khara ta ba se khoi chu yam nungai jate
Akhoi hauji women wing force sama semjaragani masina lanpham tawdipa mafam taret nipan asida kilometer ahum gi mafam da mama oibi singchina post semaga sanga iba isa isu singtu aikhoina awareness pi gani makhoi bu drill torka aikhoina wahang pahang torka abaya abamina changhangani landi lepoi aikhoi ngamkhai kanba lupni ngamkhai kannabagi damakta 2001 da isa taranipan isu jingyauna sikhibadu aikhoina kauba yaroi makhoi gi damakta aikhoi hingibana pangthokpa tabani aduga asigumba phattaba nupi da angang do wot naiba sathi balam chatli basingche makok yaudaba lairik haitaba lairik yaudabani IS na toronggadra doctor engineer na toronggadra adurabadi aikhoi gi lamdam che education sector da asukki matik wafam marang khangdre haiba wafam chu thamjage handak haukiba metric pass toriba 12 pass toriba angang singasi corona gi chaitheng da 9 tam haudrabani one pass tawjaraba angang sing kharadama maning halai bje chahi mari manga sure masigi damakta aikhoi mama singna hau hau tawduna aikhoi thamai ban gi damakta di makhoi gi ninghanaba leitana bagi damakta isa singda asibat pitana meritorial award eli adubu magi tamningba chakhiban nangnanaba achiju manipur ki praja ichininau singna waro biroi haina laujai.
The Naga Legislature Forum NLF Manipur, a group of 10 Naga MLAs, has taken a strong exception over the video clip which shows 2 innocent Kuki women being paraded naked in public. Addressing the media at his quarter at Lumphil today, NLF convener Awangbao Nyumai said that every individual involved in the ghastly crime must be given the maximum punishment as per the law of the land. Not a single one of them should be spared, he demanded. Moving on, Thaubal police have arrested at least 4 persons who were said to be a part of the mob which stripped 2 women and paraded them naked in public on May 4th. The video of the same has been circulated widely on social media, drawing even the first comment of Prime Minister Narendra Modi on the situation in Manipur. One of the persons arrested has been identified as Huirem Haridas, 32, son of late H. Rajain of Yairipok, Vishnu Naha, currently staying at Pichi, Awang Laikai, but the details of the others couldn't be ascertained till the time of filing this report. TMC leader Saket Gokhale criticized the Narendra Modi-led government for not holding a discussion on Manipur unrest in parliament. He said while the BJP ravages the state, India stands with Manipur. These atrocities perpetrated by BJP in Manipur need to stop. Gokhale has alleged that PM Modi is being complicit and fully endorsing the carnage in Manipur. Facebook, YouTube and Twitter removed the video of 2 women being paraded naked by a mob in violence hit Manipur after the centre's order. The video of the incident, which took place on May 4th, went viral on Wednesday. The Supreme Court calls the video deeply disturbing and added that if the government does not act, the court will. Prime Minister Narendra Modi will hold talks with President of Sri Lanka Ranil Wickremesinghe in New Delhi today, July 21st. Mr. Wickremesinghe reached New Delhi yesterday on a 2-day visit to India. Minister of State for External Affairs V. Muralidharan received him at the airport. This is Mr. Wickremesinghe's first visit to India since assuming the office of President. External Affairs Minister Dr. S. Jaishankar called on the Sri Lankan President last evening. The visit of President Wickremesinghe is taking place as India and Sri Lanka are celebrating the 75th anniversary of the establishment of diplomatic relations this year. During the talks, Prime Minister Modi and Mr. Wickremesinghe will discuss a range of issues of mutual interest. Several MOUs will be signed after the talks. The Sri Lankan President will also meet President Draupadi Murmu at Rashtrapati Bhavan this evening. Sri Lanka is an important partner in India's neighborhood first policy and Vision Sagar security and growth for all in the region. With the ongoing violence in Manipur, sexual violence dominating the proceedings on the first day of monsoon session of Parliament, Congress Chief Mallikarjun Kharge on Thursday demanded President's rule in BJP-ruled Manipur. Manipur is burning, women are being raped, paraded naked, Kharge stated in the Rajya Sabha. He also demanded Manipur CM N. Biren Singh's resignation over this issue. Let's take a short break. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Admission open, admission open. Manipur ki mapanda satrabasu yaraba best quality education ga loinana Saraswati Institute of Management and Paramedical Science Pangai. Manipur University da affiliated tauba Indian Nursing Council amadi Pharmacy Council of India na recognized tauraba college asida chaliba academic session asigi akagnaba sit masingi admission hozare. Coursing adudi BSc Nursing, Diploma in Pharmacy, Bachelor of Pharmacy, BSc Forensic Science, BSc Radiology and Imaging Technology, BSc RIT, BSc Medical Laboratory Technology, BSc MLT amadi BSc Operation Theatre Technology Operation, BSc OTT hariba coursing asigi scholarship ki khudong saba su phangbigani amadi meritorious students singi oiba tongan ba khudong saba mayam ama legani akopa morol gidama 9856575163 college address Pangai opposite MPTC da lengbiratuna ngasimak khudong saba silowiu.
SS Career Solution na Chahitara Hena Kunai Sida Ladiba Naharol Singbu Achumba Sinfam Mama Kangjana Bagi Kudom Jaba du Mapung Fana Pina Bagi Damak Specialized Oiraba Tim Gaya Semdona Angang Singbu Nauringai Dagi Koiga Jana Bas Sinfam Gimaramda Sing na Mari Makong Taktuna Afaba Kunayama Oirak Nabahona Dunanga Sifabalak Career Solution Amagi Chap Chana Guidance Tiba Haibasi Arriba Dinate Adubu Iburgedi Toina Nusa Tiningai Oitre SS Career Solution na Akak Naba Plan Amadi Expertise Single Putsinduna Sacha Kaknatana Community Level Dagi Hauraga Adom Adomgi Paidagi Chanaba Sinfamadu Mai Partner Chatnanaba Same Sagani Aikuigi Mamalyam Laba Naha Singbu Tungia Chuvalambela Madalam Jing Haurasi SS Career Solution na piriba Kudong Chaba Singasi Kopna Kanta Haurasi.
Welcome to UNACO College Kongman, a co-educational college affiliated to Manipur University, offering BA, BAc courses, regular classes with continuous evaluation, high-end technology-aided teaching, transportation, hostel and paying guest facilities at nominal cost are available. Session begins on 31st July 2023. Registration and admission is continuing.
Diabetes ka loina na hinglibusing tha amagi manungda fahanba ngamle. Khong hamba nungai tabasu numit mangani gi manungda fahanba ngamle. Piles haibadi nungsang nabasu chama da chama fahanba ngamle. Cholesterol wangba numit kunida normal oina lehenba ngamle. BP wangbasu tha amagi manungda normal da lehenba ngamle. Umnamak natural oiba anoba hidak makal singna laying jabani. Haksang da sokadaba side effect amata leite. Makatana hidak chabagi mathausu tararoi. Akopa moral gidamak nga simaglengsin birau Diabetes Hospital, Jennings Road near Punjab National Bank, Porompat.
Years of trusted diagnostic service, Babina Diagnostics.
Welcome back. You're watching the Primetime ELITETV English News. Now moving on, the Northeast Students Organization, a conglomeration of the All Assam Students Union, All Arunachal Pradesh Students Union, All Manipur Students Union, Garo Students Union, Khasi Students Union, Mizo Zirlaipal Naga Students Federation and Wipra Students Federation is appalled and shocked with disbelief on the recent video circulated in the social media where two Vaipai women were forcefully stripped, assaulted and made to parade naked in full public view in Manipur. Such acts are outrageous, barbaric and inhumane, which are unacceptable in a civilized society. The fact that these women have to endure the above ordeal and disgrace in the most despicable manner is enough to send shivers down the spine of every right-thinking individual. The NESO observes that in every conflict of riots, women and children are the most vulnerable and frequently preyed upon. Atrocities against helpless women and children, including abusing their modesty and dignity at any time and even at war, should never be condoned and should be condemned by one and all. The NESO demands that all culprits involved in the senseless act should be arrested and stringent punishment should be meted out to them. The NESO once again urged the different indigenous communities in Manipur and in the entire Northeast to maintain peace and brotherhood so as to further strengthen the age-old relationships that had been developed over the generations. Education Minister T.H. Basanta Kumar Singh chaired the 3 meeting of State Task Force on National Education Policy 2020 today. The meeting was held at Conference Hall of Secretariat, South Block, Imphal. It was attended by members of the State Task Force, which included Commissioner Education, School, High Secondary, Technical Education, SCERT, Adult Education, Government of Manipur, Director Education, Manipur Director, TA and Hills, Manipur Director, Social Welfare, Manipur Registrar, Manipur University Registrar, Dana Manjuri University Director, SCERT Manipur Chairman, BOSEM Chairman, COSEM Additional Director, Adult Education, Manipur Additional Director, University and Higher Education, Manipur and academicians, amongst others. Education Minister reviewed the activities taken up for implementation of national education policy in the departments of education, schools, higher and technical education, SCERT and adult education. The members present also shared various suggestions, inputs to achieve the spirit of NEP and implementation of various targets of NEP on the ground. Education Minister appreciated the inputs, suggestions and recommendations of the members of State Task Force and duly advised the concerned officers for appropriate action by the government. While appreciating the progress made so far, Education Minister also stressed on the need for all departments to make concerted efforts to achieve the targets set under NEP 2020 within the timeline. He also appeals to the officials present to give special attention to achieving the task under NEP tracker within the given timeline. Torrential rains continued to lash in several parts of Saurashtra in Gujarat, leading to a flood-like situation in coastal districts including Junagadh, Gir Somnath, Porbandar and Jamnagar. Meanwhile, the Met Department has issued a red alert for Junagadh, Porbandar, Devbhoomi, Dwarka, Amreli and Valsad districts. Akashvani correspondent reports heavy rains for the 3rd consecutive day have disrupted normal life in the coastal districts of Saurashtra. Many villages and fields have been submerged in water. Chief Minister Bhupendra Patel will conduct an aerial survey of rain-affected areas including Mangrol, Talala and Gir Somnath. The Chief Minister will also chair a meeting with the district administration in Junagadh to take stock of the flood situation. 8 teams of NDRF have been deployed in the rain-affected areas and people stranded in water are being rescued and shifted to safer places. In Telangana, incessant rains continue to lash several parts of the state for the 4th day, causing widespread flooding in low-lying areas and disrupting normal life. The state administration is on high alert with the Hyderabad Meteorological Center predicting more rains. Special teams have been sent to the districts that are on red alert to mitigate the impact of the floods and safeguard the lives of the citizens. Met officials issued a red alert for extremely heavy spells in Komaram, Bhim, Asifabad, Meshiral and Jayashankar, Bhupalpali districts during the next 48 hours and an orange alert for every heavy rain for a dozen districts including Hyderabad. The water level in River Godavari increased rapidly at Bhadrachalam in Bhadradri, Kothagudem district and crossed the first warning level of 43 feet yesterday afternoon. With a discharge of over 6 lakh cusecs and increasing inflows from upstream, officials are expecting the water levels to rise further and reach the second warning level of 48 feet. As a precautionary measure, residents living in low-lying areas along the Godavari River have been alerted. The adverse weather conditions also affected coal production in several mines operated by the state-owned Singarini Collieries Company Limited in Khammam, Badadri, Kothagudem, Mahabudabad and other districts. Power distribution companies have appealed to the people to be cautious. Also an update on sports, Korea opened badminton, Sadwe Seraj Renki Reddy and Chirag Shetty to play men's doubles quarter-final in badminton. The Indian men's double pair of Sadwe Seraj Renki Reddy and Chirag Shetty have progressed to the quarter-finals of the Korea Open in Yusu. Asian champion Sadwik and Chirag defeated the Chinese duo of He Ji-ting and Zhou Hodong 21-17, 21-15 yesterday. They will take on the 5th-seeded Japanese pair of Takuro Hoki and Yugo Kobayashi in a last 8 clash today. However, men's singles players H.S. Pranoy and Priyanshu Rajawat suffered second-round defeats in the tournament. The women's doubles pairing of Tresa Jolie and Gayatri Gopichan also bowed out of the tournament after losing to Korea's Big Hana and Lee So-hee 11-21, 4-21. The mixed doubles pair of Rohan Kapoor and Siki Reddy were defeated by the Chinese pair of Feng Yanzi and Huang Dongping 15-21, 12-21. In football, 3 group stage matches in the FIFA Women's World Cup are scheduled today. July 21st, Nigeria will take on Canada in the Group B match of the Melbourne Rectangular Stadium in Melbourne in Australia this morning. The match will start at 8 a.m. In Group A, the Philippines will be up against Switzerland in the second encounter of the day at Forsyth Bar Stadium in New Zealand. The match will begin at 10:30 a.m. Spain will meet Costa Rica in a Group C fixture at Wellington Regional Stadium in New Zealand. The match will start at 1 p.m. In the opening match of the tournament yesterday, New Zealand defeated Norway in Auckland's Eden Park. In another match of the day, Australia registered a win over the Republic of Ireland in Sydney. Australia and New Zealand are jointly hosting the 9th edition of the Quadrennial International Tournament. It is the first Women's World Cup and 2 co-hosts. For ELITETV News Channel, contact to email address info@elitetv.in or 940-289-0982 and subscribe to ELITETV YouTube channel or follow on Facebook page, Instagram and Twitter for more information about the channel. Before we wind up, let's take a look at the headlines once again. 3 houses torched by miscreants at Moray. Supporting crime against women, Kahmei Assembly Constituency MLA KH Joy Kishan sit in protest. PM Modi fully endorsing carnage in Manipur, Sakit Gokhale. And curfew has been relaxed till 4 p.m. for Imphal West, East and Bishnupur districts. That brings us to the end of the news. Thank you for watching. Take care and stay safe.